The Milwaukee Police Department is currently investigating allegations that some of our officers assigned to District 5 violated the police department's policy on the conduct of searching prisoners. Some of these allegations, if proven, might arise to the level of a violation of the state statute covering strip searches. Now, earlier this week, I took the step of suspending the police powers of 7 police officers and 1 sergeant and assigned them to administrative duties. I did that for 2 reasons. The first reason I did it was if the allegations are in fact sustained, we cannot send a message to officers that that conduct is condoned. The second reason I did this was for the safety of the officers. They are high-performing officers assigned to hazardous duty, and I simply cannot afford officers who are literally in harm's way to be looking over their shoulder while they're the subject of an investigation. The Professional Performance Division is investigating these complaints by interviewing the complainants and seeking additional information from other witnesses, including information that has come to the attention of the media. We urge anyone who has any information about these specific complaints, or indeed any other complaints, to please get in touch with either the Office of Professional Performance of the Milwaukee Police Department, the Office of the District Attorney, or the Fire and Police Commission. Now, in order to protect the integrity of these investigations, we obviously are not going to comment on specific allegations against individual officers, and is our practice, we will continue to coordinate our investigation with the Office of the District Attorney. A few points need to be made. The Milwaukee Police Department has made enormous strides in recovering its professional pride and restoring its relationship with the community since the notorious Jude incident of 7 years ago. In just the last few years, we have seen historic drops in violent crime in this city. We have seen an extraordinary increase in police activity. Indeed, a 250% increase in proactive police activity, while at the same time there has been a decline in citizen complaints. As has been documented by the Fire and Police Commission, complaints are down, uses of force are down, police pursuits are down. People are safer. Indeed, more people are alive today because of the efforts of the men and women of the Milwaukee Police Department. Now, we hold ourselves to high standards. We have adopted a code of conduct to which we hold ourselves accountable. Our core values of competence and courage and integrity and leadership and respect and restraint must guide our relationships with the community and our use of the police tactics to which we commit. Now, to the community, I promise a full accounting of our activities. I've said it before and I stress it again. When we're wrong, we will admit it and we will undertake to do better. I note for the record that this investigation was initiated by the Milwaukee Police Department. Now, our reputation in the community is precious to us. We simply cannot be effective without the respect and support of the community, particularly those aspects of the community most afflicted by serious crime and violence. We have undertaken to make people safe. We are committed to accomplishing that goal within the law. We are proud of the improvements that we have achieved in police-community relations, and we commit ourselves to being worthy of the public's trust. But I ask the community not to rush to judgment. Allegations have been made, and no doubt many more allegations will be made in the coming days ahead. Some of those allegations will be true. some of those allegations will be false. But until they're investigated, they're allegations, not facts. To the officers of the Milwaukee Police Department, I urge you not to lose heart. This community believes in you and supports you and knows that you've made a difference in their lives. I promise you that if the investigation reveals that these allegations are not sustainable, we will stand behind the results of that investigation. If, on the other hand, these allegations are sustained by an investigation, and the reputation of the department demands that there be a proper accountability. But I need you to continue your difficult and dangerous work. Only you can do the work that you do. The community depends upon you, and you cannot allow your concerns about the course of this investigation to undermine your fundamental commitment to the safety of the people who are in your care. I'll now take a few questions under the understanding that there's only so much I can say about pendency.
Chief Flynn, have you been asked to, by federal investigators, if they've asked to get involved? And also, as you look at these allegations on the body searches, the cavity search, were court orders required for all of those types of body searches, and was that followed?
Two questions there. The first one is regarding whether or not any federal agencies have asked to be involved in the investigation. No, they haven't asked to be involved in the investigation. We are, as you would expect, advising them of what we're doing and keeping them in the information loop, because obviously one of our concerns is controlling rumors. What is being alleged versus what is being alleged that's being alleged are different things entirely in some matters. As for whether or not policy, how it applies to the use of body cavity searches, it's very specific. Our policy mirrors state law. Obviously, if a body cavity search is necessary, supervisory approval is required. Understand again the different definitions of what constitutes a body cavity search. The gradations of definition are subtle to people who are outside of the process, but we're very aware of what those gradations are, and we're going to pay particular attention to how these field searches were conducted and how they comport either with state statute or with department policy.
Chief, do some of those inside the department believe that these are gang or other bad members of society that were about to be busted by MPD officers who are using claims to try to delay their own justice?
There's a very important point to be made here, and I can't stress it enough. That is that we are the good guys and we have to follow the rules. And even when we can get complaints from bad guys, we've got to investigate them. It's fair to say that the people, the original complainants, have been the subject of police activity in the past. All of them have arrest records, some more serious than others. But the point is, we have to hold ourselves to following the policy and the law. The allegations they make would put us outside of our policy. And the fact we have decided that since these officers are part of a group of officers that are targeting high crime neighborhoods and chronic offenders, they're intervening with a lot of people who are suspicious characters. And they are assertive. But what we have to do is be very, very careful that we do not engage in something that can be called noble cause misconduct, when because you believe you're doing something for the proper purpose, you can skirt regulation or your authority. That's what we have to look into. There's no allegation here that somebody was doing something for personal gain, personal pleasure, personal enjoyment. The challenge for us is to get to the bottom of these cases and understand, are they in policy, are they out of policy? And if they're out of policy, are they far enough out of policy to be violative of statute?